Hello, class 6th. In today's session, we will learn grammar. Okay? Our today's session will be on grammar, and the topic for today's session in grammar will be simple and compound sentences. You have learned what are sentences, you have learned kinds of sentences. Now let's move to simple and compound sentences. Okay? What are they? Right? Now, simple and compound sentences, these are the types of sentences. Okay? We will see what is simple sentence, we will see what is compound sentence. How would you identify difference? Okay? How would you differentiate that which sentence is simple sentence and which sentence is compound sentence? Okay? So, compound sentence and simple sentence, these are the types of sentences. Okay? So, first we will move to simple sentence. Okay? Let's see. Now, for simple sentence. What is a simple sentence? The first question comes in the mind, that is, what is simple sentence? Okay? Simple sentence is the most basic sentence that we have in English. Okay? It has just one independent clause. Clause and phrases. I have taught you that also. Okay? So, simple sentence has one independent clause. It means it has only one subject and one predicate. You all know. You must have learned in your junior classes, in your smaller classes about subject and predicate. So, simple sentence is the basic sentence that we have in English. It has just one independent clause. Okay? It contains only one subject and one predicate, or one verb, you can say. Okay? And a simple sentence is also the shortest possible sentence. The simple sentence, it will not be the long sentence. Okay? It will be the shortest sentence. It can have little as 2 words also. Like we say, sit down. This is a simple sentence, just with 2 words. Okay? So, simple sentence simple sentence is also the shortest possible sentence. Overall, a simple sentence is exactly what it sounds like. What does it sound like? Simple. Okay? So, by looking at that sentence also, immediately by looking at the sentence only, you will understand what is simple sentence when you read it. Okay? Having an independent clause, having a subject, having only one subject and one predicate, immediately you will be able to identify that this is a simple sentence. Okay? So, in short, we can say a simple sentence contains a subject and a predicate. It expresses a single complete thought. In easy words, if you want to say, it can be said like this. A simple sentence is a single independent, has a single independent clause. Okay? And a simple sentence might have a compound subject or a compound verb. Simple sentence can be of 2 words also. Okay? So, by the word simple only we can understand that simple sentence, how could a simple sentence be? Okay? Let's see more with this about simple sentence with some examples. As I said that a simple sentence has only one main clause, with or without a phrase. How? Now read in the sentence given in the clip. Rani is a good girl. Rani is a good girl. And the next sentence says, seeing the snake, the man ran away. Okay, now there are two sentences. Rani is a good girl. Seeing the snake, the man ran away. The first sentence has only one main clause. In the first sentence, you can see there is only one main clause, a good girl. Right? But in the second sentence, there is a main clause also and a phrase also. Okay? But these both of the sentences are simple sentences. Okay? So these kind of sentences, the one which you are seeing on your screen, are simple sentences. So don't get confused. Further, I'll show you more examples also so that it would be more easy for you, and I will also tell you how to identify simple sentences. What a simple sentence can have. Okay, compound subject, compound verb, single subject, single verb, single subject, compound verb, such kind of thing. Don't get confused. As you'll see the examples, you'll come to know about it. Okay, like in simple sentence, a simple sentence can be short, as I told you, but sometimes they can be long too, as we saw in the second example. Seeing the snake, the man ran away. Okay, so long as they only have one subject and one verb combination. Okay, like if I say I ate. Yes, this is a simple sentence. I ate dinner. This is also a simple sentence. I ate dinner with my brother and sister. This is also a simple sentence. So simple sentence can be very short and can be very long too. It can have two words. A two-word sentence can also be simple sentence. Okay? And a long sentence with many words can also be a simple sentence. Okay, and the sentences which I read, even though some of the sentences which I read are long, but each only has one subject and one verb. Right? Here, I ate. I is the subject, ate is the verb. I ate dinner. I is the subject, ate dinner is the verb and the predicate, you can say. I ate dinner with my brother and sister. Again, the subject is I, means I have only one subject, and ate dinner with my brother and sister is a predicate, means my predicate is becoming long, but my subject is the same and my verb is the single. So the verb and subject both are single. So this is how you can identify the simple sentence. Okay, let's see more examples with what kind of verb it can be and what kind of compound subject or what kind of a subject it can be. Let's see. If we see more examples about simple sentences, how it can be. Okay, I went to the beach. I read the sentence again. I went to the beach. Okay, now here only one single subject is there and one verb is there. Subject, what is the subject here? Subject is the doer in the sentence. So, who is the doer here? I. What is I doing? I is went. Went means going. I went is the third form. Okay, go, went, gone. Okay, so I is the subject and went is the verb. So here in this sentence, I went to the beach. Here there is a single subject and a single verb. Sarah and I went to the beach. Now here the subject is not now single. It has become compound. Compound means here I am not one. With me, with I, Sarah is also there. So Sarah and I, that becomes compound subject. Okay, and went to the beach, again went, there is only a single verb. Okay, further, Sarah went to the beach and swam in the ocean. Now here, Sarah is doing two things. She is going also, she went also, and she is swimming also, swam also. So here she is doing two verbs, sorry, two things. So that's why the sentence has two verbs. So two verbs, whenever there is two verbs, there are two verbs in the sentence, it becomes compound verb. Okay, Sarah went to the beach and swam in the ocean. Sarah is alone here, so that's why the subject is single. But here in this sentence, Sarah is doing two verbs together. She is going also, she went to the beach also, and she is swimming also. So that's why it becomes compound verb. So Sarah went to the beach and swam in the ocean. In this sentence, the subject is single and the verb is compound, two verbs. Next, I and Sarah returned from the beach and went to sleep. Now, I think you must have started identifying. Sarah and I. Here again my subject became two, I and Sarah. They are two. So Sarah and I returned. Came back means came back from the beach, and what did they do after that? They went to sleep. So here in this sentence there are subjects also two, and no two subjects. There is a compound subject because there are two people in that, and they are doing two work. They are doing two verbs, two work, two actions in this sentence. One is they are returning from the beach, and second they are sleeping they are sleeping. After coming from the beach, they went to sleep. That's why this sentence has compound subject and compound verb. You can identify. They have been colored. So by that color only you can see. The subjects are in the brown color and the verbs are in the black. Okay. So wherever there is Sarah and I or brother and sister, my brother and me, such kind of my mother and father, went to the market. Okay. So when such kind of sentences are there, they can be compound sentences. So how would you identify that the simple sentence has compound subject and compound verb? Means if the sentence has two verbs together in a sentence, okay, then you can immediately identify it as compound verb. And if the sentence has two subjects no, if there are two people in a subject, you can say like that way. Okay, so immediately you can identify it as compound subject. Okay, let's see some more sentences about the simple sentences, and then we will move to compound sentences. Note one thing, that you have to note down these 20 simple sentences examples in your notebook, and also the simple sentence points, the 4 points which we read in the first clip. Okay, you have to note down that. So let's read the sentence now. She doesn't use a computer. In this sentence you can see she doesn't use a computer. She is the subject here, single subject, and doesn't use a computer, single verb. Okay. It snows a lot in winter in Russia. The sentence is long, but here it snows a lot in winter in Russia. The sentence is long, but it has only one subject and single subject, you can say, and single verb. Okay. We live in Texas. Single verb, single subject. We is the subject, live is the verb. So it is a simple sentence. This is simple sentence can be identified very easily. Okay. The thing is that you should only know what is a subject, what is a predicate, what is a verb. If you know all these things, you can immediately identify the simple sentence. Okay. You go to holiday every summer. What is the subject here? Yes, you. And what is a verb? Go. Okay. And this is a single verb and single subject sentence. Do you like spaghetti? You like spaghetti? I don't. Fast foods are not good for health. Okay. They don't improve your Immunity. And right now in this pandemic period, we have to, our immunity should be good. So that's why no fast foods. Okay, have plenty of fruits, plenty of good food, and whatever is cooked in the house, eat that. So our fifth sentence, do you like spaghetti? In this, yes, again we have one subject and single subject and single verb. You is the subject and you is the subject and like is the verb. So single subject and single verb. My daughter does the laundry. Simple sentence, it is there, but here now we are in this simple sentence. After knowing what is simple sentence, we are only identifying the sentence has one subject, single subject, compound subject, single verb and compound verb. Okay, fifth sentence, yes, single verb, single subject. My daughter does the laundry. My daughter, single verb, a single subject, does, single verb. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Yes, again the same, single subject, single verb. Do they talk a lot? They, single subject, talk, single verb. Can you draw me a map of your street? Simple, single subject, single verb. I like to draw pictures. Single subject, single verb. I must draw up 3 papers in as many days. I must draw up 3 papers in as many days. The sentence is long. Here, the sentence is long, but it has only one subject and one verb. I would like to draw. Same, one subject, single verb. I slept just 3 hours. Single subject, single verb. I lent my mother some money. Identify by yourself, guys. How many subjects are there and how many verbs are there in this sentence? Single subject? Yes. Subject is single, that is I, and verb is lent, L-E-N-T, okay? To give somebody some money. Please lend me your spoon. Here. Tell me. Yes, single subject. Please. Me is the subject and lend is a predicate. She always forgets her purse. She subject and forgets verb. Single subject, single verb. We have a cash flow problem. We, single subject, have verb. It is a auxiliary verb. Okay? Don't get confused. Main verb and auxiliary verb. There are 2 types of. The river flows through the valley. A river flows through the valley. A river, single subject, flows, verb. That river flows into the Mexico City. That river, single subject, flows, single verb. Now you would say, ma'am, all the sentences are single verb, single sentence. Then what is different? Different is that these simple sentences having single verb and single subject is easy to identify. But what when there is a compound subject and single verb? At that time, the subject will automatically become, like, let's take sentence number 12. I would like to draw. If I say I and Supriya would like to draw. So here my subject is now no more single because with I, Supriya is also there. So I and Supriya would like to draw. Here automatically the sentence, the subject is compound but the verb is still single. Okay, now let's take the last sentence. The Rhine flows between France and Germany. Here you would say, ma'am, France and Germany. Compound verb? No. Verb is still the single. Okay, here flows. Go to the verb. The verb is flows. And in the whole sentence, there is only one verb. So the Rhine is the subject and flows is the verb. Don't get confused because of the and in the sentence. Okay. After and, there should be one more verb. Then only you can count it as compound verb. Okay. So this is how you can identify simple verb. simple sentence. Okay, now let's take compound sentence. Now write the definition. Okay, definition of the compound sentence and simple sentence. In the compound sentence, what is a compound sentence? As we saw, in the simple sentence, there is only one independent clause. But a compound sentence is made by joining two independent clauses together with a conjunction. Conjunction means like, and, but, okay, such kind of sentences, such kind of conjunctions. Okay, so what is a compound sentence? A compound sentence is made by joining two independent clauses together with a conjunction. Fine. If we more easily if we want to understand, okay, then it can be more easily be understood with examples. So let's take, my mother washed the vegetable, then she cut them into pieces. Here the spelling of vegetable is wrong, I know that, but it's a picture, I have not typed it. Okay, and in picture I can't do any kind of editing or modifying, so that's why the spelling of vegetable here is wrong. I'm sorry for that. Okay, my mother washed the vegetable and then she cut them into pieces. Now first thing, compound sentence has two independent clauses. Yes, there are two clauses, washed the vegetable and cut them into pieces. These are two clauses. Okay, next is compound sentence, two clauses together with a conjunction, joins two clauses with the conjunction. My mother washed the vegetable, then she cut them into pieces. Here the conjunction is then. Okay, so automatically we are seeing in the sentence, she cut them into pieces. Now if you remove this conjunction then from here, then these are two sentences, two simple sentences. They become two simple sentences. Try to read. My mother washed the vegetable, full stop. She cut them into pieces, full stop. Are the two sentences? Yes. But we joined the two simple sentences with one conjunction then. So that's why it became, my mother washed the vegetable, then she cut them into little pieces. Okay. Second sentence. The bell rang and the music began. Here the conjunction is and. A-N-D, and. Okay. And again there are two verbs in this, rang and began. In the first sentences also there were two verbs, washed and cut. Okay. So compound sentence will have two verbs and two subjects. Just keep it in mind. That's why it has been called compound subject and compound sentence. Compound subject, compound verb. Okay. The bell rang and the music began. Again there are two clauses and both of the independent clauses are joined with together with a conjunction and. I went there but I couldn't find him. I went there but I couldn't find him. Again here there are two independent clauses joined with conjunction but. Okay. I like hot chocolate. It sends me to sleep. It sends me to sleep. Now here there is no conjunction, right? But yes, there are there are two clauses. I like hot chocolate and sends me to sleep. There are two clauses. So that's why it is a compound sentence. My family went to the shopping center yesterday and we had a wonderful time. Two sentences joined with the conjunction and. Okay. So all the sentences which we read right now are having two subjects and two predicates. right? And they are being joined with a conjunction. Okay? So this was compound sentence. More about compound sentence, let's make it more easy for it to understand. A compound sentence is made up of two or more simple sentences. Yes, we saw it. I gave you the example in the before this. Okay, my mother washed the vegetable, then she cut them into little pieces. In that, if we remove and the conjunction, then there are two simple sentences. My mother washed the vegetable, she cut them into little pieces. Right? But to make it a compound sentence, we added and in it, and that's why it became my mother washed the vegetables and she cut them into two pieces. She cut them into little pieces. Okay. A compound sentence is made up of two or more simple sentences joined by one of the following. Now, every time the sentence cannot be joined, you can say, by a and conjunction. Okay, a compound sentence may have a comma, a semicolon. Okay, let's see how. A comma and one of the fanboys, like I like to study grammar, comma, and I love this class. So not only the compound sentence, it is not necessary or not compulsory that a compound sentence can only be added by conjunction. Okay, you have to pay attention also that a compound sentence can be joined by semicolon, comma, this way. Next, a semicolon in a sentence, a semicolon in a compound sentence. I like to study grammar, semicolon, I love this class. We won't use any conjunction in that. Okay, we can use removing that conjunction, we can use a semicolon. A semicolon and a transitional means a semicolon with the conjunction. I like to study grammar, semicolon, therefore, transitional means a comma is also being used, a semicolon is also being used, and a conjunction is also being used. I like to study grammar, semicolon, therefore, comma, I love this class. Okay? Just simple things are there, guys. If you pay attention very carefully, you will immediately understand what is a compound sentence, what is a simple sentence, what is a compound verb, compound subject, single verb, single subject. But for that, first thing you must know is what is a subject and what is a verb. If you don't know this thing, you won't be able to understand simple sentence and compound sentence. Okay? Phrase and clause, I taught you that also. But you have to first know about this. Okay? So a compound sentence is made up of two or more simple sentences joined by a comma, a semicolon, or a conjunction. It can be anything, or it can be either three of them too. But it depends upon you, how do you identify that. Okay? Now, talking about independent clause and independent clause. As we saw, as I said before this, that a compound sentence or a simple sentence has independent clauses. Compound sentence has two independent clauses and simple sentence has one. What is that? Now look here. First, let's read the sentence that is there in the red box. I drink green tea, but they drink coffee. Right? By reading the sentence, we can understand that it is a compound sentence. Because first thing is that it is being joined with a conjunction but. Okay, but in this sentence, if we remove but, if the conjunction but is being removed, then there are two simple sentences with us. I drink green tea and they, I drink green tea, they drink coffee. These are two sentences. Okay, and they stand alone as a sentence. They can stand alone as a sentence. Without joining both of them, they can stand alone as a sentence. Okay, so why am I explaining this? I am explaining this that a compound sentence has at least two independent clauses. Move to our sentence that my mother washed the vegetables and she cut them into little pieces. In that, yes, there were two clauses, two independent clauses. My mother washed the vegetables can stand alone as it is, and she cut the vegetables into little pieces. Yes, that sentence can also stand on its own alone. Okay, so again, one more simple way to understand the simple compound sentence is that compound sentence will have at least two independent clauses. In the independent clauses, how would you know that a sentence has two independent clauses? You have to know the conjunctions but, and, or, therefore, okay, since, such kind of. So if such kind of conjunctions are being known by you, immediately you remove that conjunction from that sentence and read both of the sentences. If the both of the sentences are complete, making some sense, yes, it is a compound sentence. Okay? In a compound sentence, there can be two independent clauses. I repeat again, both of the clauses should stand alone without a conjunction. Both sentences, both clauses should stand alone. As we are seeing in this, I drink green tea, they drink coffee. Means I drink green tea, this clause could stand alone as a sentence, and they drink coffee, this clause also stands alone as a sentence. But to make a compound sentence, both of these clauses were joined by a conjunction but. Okay, so compound sentence has at least two independent clauses. Okay, now you saw that there was when I read a sentence, when I was explaining you that some compound sentence can be joined by a comma or one of the fanboys. Now what is that fanboys? I'll explain you that. Now started from compound sentences, I am telling you that compound sentence consists of two independent clauses. Compound sentence consists of two independent clauses joined together by a comma and a coordinating conjunction, that is fanboys. How? Now what is fanboys? The coordinating conjunctions are fanboys. Fanboys means for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. It can be joined by these conjunctions. Okay, compound sentence can be joined by these conjunctions. Okay, what is fanboys? Understood? F for, A for and, N for nor, B for boys, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. Okay, I hope now you understood what is fanboys. So a compound sentence can be joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction, that is fanboys. And fanboys, that is for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, Examples, if we take it, let's read some 3 examples. I was tired, for he went to bed early. I cooked dinner, comma, and he washed the dishes. Jane has a red car, comma, but Jill has a blue car. Now let's do one thing. Let's take the first sentence. He was tired, comma, for he went to the bed early. Now, there are 2 independent clauses in this. Is there? Yes. He was tired. This is a one clause. This is one clause, or you can say one sentence. He went to bed early. This is a second independent clause. If I remove the conjunction for from this, okay, if I remove the conjunctions from and the comma from this, then yes, my both of the clauses are standing alone and they can become a sentence on itself. He was tired, full stop if I put it and start a new sentence. He went to bed early. Yes, these are 2 sentences. But to make it a compound sentence, I have add one comma and one coordinating conjunction as this. I cooked dinner, comma, and he washed the dishes. Now again, if I remove comma and from this sentence, my both of the independent clauses can stand alone. I cooked dinner, yes, a complete sentence in itself. He washed the dishes, yes, the another complete sentence. But to make it a compound sentence, I have added one comma and in this sentence. Jane has a red car, comma, but Jill has a blue car. Okay, again comma and but. If I remove this, yes, Jane has a red car, is an independent clause and stands alone, can make a complete sentence, you can say in easy words. And Jill has a blue car, yes, it stands alone and can make a complete sentence on its own. I hope you have understood what am I trying to explain. Okay, fanboys, note this down, fanboys. Okay, short form of fan. What does fanboys means? Fanboys means coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and, so. In the last, let's have a look on the sentences. Sentences means compound sentences. How would you identify the compound sentences? Okay, I'll give you the worksheet of this, in which the exercise will be there, and solving that exercise you will easily understand what is a compound sentence and what is a simple sentence. But the examples of both simple sentence and compound sentence you have to note down in your notebook. So please do it that. Note down this compound sentence and simple sentence in your notebook. Examples, only the examples, not all of the slides which you are looking right now. You don't have to copy that. Okay, you only have to note down the examples. Fine. So let's see with the examples. She did not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do. First sentence, she did not cheat on the test, comma, for it was a wrong thing to do. Okay, now if I give you the exercise, I may ask you that what is the conjunction in this sentence. So let's solve with these examples only so that you can understand easily. She did not cheat on the test, for it, comma, for it was the wrong thing to do. So the conjunction here is for. Okay, yes, there are 2 independent clauses in this. She did not cheat on the test, it was a wrong thing to do. If I remove comma and for, yes, there are 2 independent clauses. I really need to go to work, comma, but I am too sick to drive. Yes, again 2 independent clauses. I really need to go to work, I am too sick to drive, and but is the conjunction. I am counting my calories, comma, yet I really want dessert. Yes, again 2 independent clauses are there. I am counting my calories, I really want some dessert, and the conjunction is yet with a comma. He ran out of money, comma, so he had to stop playing poker. Yes, two independent clauses. He ran out of money. He had to stop playing poker. Joined with comma and conjunction so. They got there early and comma and they got really good seats. They got there early. Yes, independent clause. They got really good seats. Yes, again an independent clause. Both of them are joined with a comma and a conjunction and. I had no ice cream left at home, comma, nor did they have money to go to the store. Yes, I did. They had no ice cream left at home. Independent clause. Did they have? They did. Sorry, did they have money to go to the store? But here is a negative, but nor here is a conjunction and it is comma. Okay, here we can say they did not have money to go to the store. Okay, everyone was busy, comma, so I went to the movie alone. Everyone was busy, independent clause, comma and so is a conjunction with a comma. So is a conjunction with a comma. I went to the movie alone, again is an independent clause. I thought the promotion was mine, comma, but my attendance wasn't good enough. Yes, I thought the promotion was mine, an independent clause, joined with comma and but is a conjunction. My attendance wasn't good enough is again an independent clause. Should we start class now, comma, or wait for everyone to get here? Should we start class now? Question mark. Wait for everyone to get here, or we would wait for everyone to get here. Yes, both of them. So or is a conjunction here. Okay. It was getting dark, comma, and we weren't near the cabin yet. Again, and is a conjunction, and both of the independent clause it was getting dark and we weren't near the cabin yet are independent clauses. Cats are good pets, comma, for they are clean and are not noisy. Yes, two independent clauses again. They are not clean and are not noisy. They are clean and are not noisy. Okay, again with a comma and for comma and conjunction. We have never been to Asia, comma, nor have we visited Africa. Again, the conjunction here is nor with a comma. He didn't want to go to the dentist, comma, yet he went anyway. Here the conjunction is yet with a comma and the two clauses are being joined with a conjunction. So these were some of the examples of compound sentences. Okay, I hope now you have understood. With the exercise which I would give you, the worksheet, it would be more easy for you to understand. Fine. So, with this, we have come to end of this session of English grammar. Complete the worksheet which I would give you. Again, I am repeating the same thing. Please note down the examples and the definition of compound sentence and simple sentence. Okay? Take care of your health. Hope to meet you all soon. Bye.